What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. Last night was further proof as to why people don't watch pretend basketball. Last night was further proof as to why people do not respect the W.
Angel Reese didn't just have an off night. It was a complete collapse. She failed to make a single field goal, missed easy shots at the rim, and kept turning the ball over. The most concerning part was the reaction from her own teammate, Kamilla Cardoso, who seemed visibly frustrated before halftime. When a teammate's body language speaks louder than the coach, you know things are bad. Cardoso was stepping away from Reese as if to say, "That's on you." And honestly, this doesn't look like just a one-game issue. Reese has been acting like the WNBA is a social media platform. Lots of talking, very little production. She arrives to games full of confidence, but once play starts, the mistakes pile up. Fans are criticizing her, teammates seem distant, and the Chicago Sky are falling apart. Statistically, Reese went 0 for 8 from the field and finished with only 2 points, despite grabbing 12 rebounds, many of which came from her own missed shots. What people saw wasn't effort, it was chaos. Cardoso clearly noticed too, repeatedly distancing herself whenever Reese touched the ball. Instead of teamwork, the offense turned into forced drives and turnovers. Even from the bench, Cardoso's posture showed frustration, as if she was mentally checking out mid-game, which is shocking because she originally believed in this system.
Angel Reese last night against the New York Liberty, one of the worst games she's played as a professional, takes that out on the referees. Kamilla Cardoso visibly upset, and all of this fall.
Kamilla Cardoso was convinced to join Chicago by trusting the coaching staff's plan and vision. She believed in what head coach Tyler Marsh promised and bought into the project completely. But now, it looks like she's questioning everything she was told. And honestly, who can blame her? Cardoso came into the league to chase championships, not to disappear in the shadow of media hype. She didn't sign up to stand by watching missed layups and broken plays. She came to compete, contribute, and win. So now the real question becomes, has the Chicago Sky already reached the point of no return?
Cardoso, a player for the Chicago Sky, and she's just answered a question that will have the entire Chicago Sky team or fan base turning.
If you want to talk about rock bottom, look at Chicago's first 2 games of the season. They've already been outscored by 60 points, the worst start in WNBA history. This isn't just a slow beginning, it's total embarrassment. Even worse, Angel Reese currently holds the lowest plus-minus rating in the entire league. And shockingly, 9 of the worst 14 plus-minus ratings across the WNBA belong to Chicago Sky players. That isn't a slump, it's a full team collapse.
Chicago Sky are already imploding from within. Fans are turning on the team. Kamilla Cardoso.
This isn't only an Angel Reese problem. The entire Chicago Sky roster looks broken. But let's be honest, Reese is right in the middle of it. Now fans are asking a tough question. Should the Sky move on from Angel Reese before the situation gets even worse? Reese has become a media magnet, the self-declared villain, the queen of clapbacks, the fashion runway turned power forward. But right now, it's all image with very little production. Through 2 games, she's made just 5 of 22 shots, only 22.7%. And for a player who scores almost entirely in the paint, those numbers are shockingly bad. Inside 5 feet, she's shooting just 23.5%, 4 of 17, meaning she's missing 3 out of every 4 layups. At the professional level, that's unacceptable. These aren't contested fadeaways. They're open layups, easy putbacks, and point-blank finishes. And she keeps missing them. It's already turned into meme content online, with fans openly questioning whether she's practicing these shots at all. Then come the turnovers, 10 giveaways in just 2 games, the most in the league. She isn't creating offense, she isn't finishing plays, she's simply handing the ball away. And while all of this is happening,
Jogadora mai promissora da Liga tirando você, which means the most promising player in the league, apart from you. And that is obviously what she was asked. This is what she said to that. This is what she answered to that question.
So, what does Kamilla Cardoso do? She starts pulling back, not just physically, but mentally. You can actually see it during games. Every missed layup, every careless turnover from Reese, and Cardoso disconnects a little more. Put yourself in her position for a moment. If you're Cardoso, what are you thinking right now? It must feel like a bait and switch, a vision she believed in slowly turning into a nightmare. Now compare that to Indiana. Caitlin Clark and the Fever lost a game, responded, and came back stronger. They trusted each other, played connected basketball, and everyone contributed. Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull brought instant energy, Aaliyah Boston controlled the paint, and Clark led with poise and direction. That's real chemistry. Meanwhile in Chicago, Reese is firing up bricks, and the bench looks like they're watching a horror movie. Indiana is building a winning culture. Chicago is building excuses.
Angel Reese failing to control her emotions. We saw it against the Indiana Fever. Yes, she got hard fouled.
The real issue isn't only that Reese is struggling, it's that her struggles are dragging the entire team down. When she's on the court, the pace slows, the ball stops moving, and teammates mentally check out. Even her body language tells a story. She's smiling, posing, clapping, acting like she's starring in a reality show, while missing layups instead of dominating games. Now look at Cardoso. She runs hard, defends, and clearly cares when the team loses. One player looks committed to winning. The other seems more focused on staying viral. So when games get tight and the locker room feels tense, who would you trust?
Angel Reese crash out over a loose ball foul call. What are we doing here? We are 2 games in, and we already have 2 separate games of Angel Reese failing to control her emotions. We saw
Once again, Reese finished with one of the worst plus-minus ratings on the court, making it 3 straight games of bottom-tier performance. By halftime, the Sky already looked defeated. There was no energy, no urgency, no fight. This wasn't just bad execution. It felt like a lack of heart. Reese appeared mentally checked out early, offering no leadership and no response when things went wrong, and the rest of the team followed her lead. Even against an undermanned Spark squad, Chicago still looked slower, disconnected, and completely outmatched, which says everything.